Well, first of all, I appreciate there was actually some noise in that stadium at the end, and it's amazing what that does. It really does. I mean, it's amazing what some emotion and some energy in a football stadium does. Unbelievable. They get the ball down there at, what was it, the 8-yard line when they completed that down in the corner there, and I appreciate the fans staying there. Might not have been a lot of them there, but there was a lot of emotion, a lot of juice, and I give them a lot of credit for that at the end. Unbelievable game. I've never been in a game. I think they ran 94 plays to 35 plays. 94 plays to 39. I mean, that's 2 football games you played on defense. Certainly the interception return for a touchdown gave them an extra series. The kickoff return for a touchdown gave them an extra series. First of all, I give them a lot of credit. For number 11 to come back from that ankle injury that we all saw at the end of the first half last week against Boise is unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable that he came back and played the way he played. So a lot of credit to Wyoming. I mean, that's 2 football teams that outside of Laramie, Wyoming, and Albuquerque, New Mexico, some people may not think there was a lot to play for, but anybody that was here today in this stadium looked like you were playing for the Super Bowl. And just a great college football game. Ultimate gut check. I've never had a team that's as injured as our football team. And I never try to say too much about it because no one cares. I mean, they had injuries as well. Unbelievable the amount of injuries. Dylan Romine comes in the game for Garrett Adcock right off the bat. We have our third nose guard starting the game, Jack Ziltz. I think we had 11 starters, I guess, out of this game. Unbelievable. The good news is we got enough guys to keep playing, and we won a game. We won a game in our stadium. We won our second conference game. Took every ounce. It's extremely frustrating, when you can't get stops on defense. You have a hard time tackling on defense. You have a hard time on third downs, but that's going to change. There's so many guys that aren't out there right now. And there's so much pride. There's so much pride on this defensive staff. And they've been through a lot. And they've fought a lot of odds. But that's going to change. That's going to change around here because there's some guys coming. And you can see when our offense gets to stay on the field, we're pretty good. We made some mistakes at the end. We missed the field goal that could have made it a 9-point game. 4th and 1, I felt it was the right thing to go for it. Why pooch it? We had a chance to execute. We knew exactly what they were going to do on the 4th and 1. It's the same thing they did the other 4th down. Now, what were we, 0 for third downs and 0 for 4th downs? Unbelievable. It was a gut check. A lot of momentum, I think, for us just going into the off season. I really mean that. But for right now, man, I don't want to say too much. I'm just happy for the seniors. You see all these jerseys up here. We had all their numbers up on the wall. I'll go back to one thing. I showed our team something last night at about 8 o'clock. And, I said, here's the reason you're going to win this game. I went back to Colorado State. The score was 58-20. 58-20. We're playing our 80th play of defense. It's 58-20. They have the ball. Garrett Hughes, a freshman, it's 1st and 10. He knocks the ball out of the tailback's hands from Colorado State on play 81 on defense, I think it was. We get the ball right back on offense. There's 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. Lamar Jordan throws the interception. The kid's running down the field. He's going to make it 65. He's going to be 65. He's going to take it, and he's going to score. Tyler Duncan, a senior, and Lamar Jordan tracked him down at the 8-yard line. Then we came back and played play 82, play 83, play 84, and play 85. We played 4 plays of defense, as ugly as it was, and we kept them at 58. And that may not be a major story to you, but that's what I showed our football team last night. When you're getting your butt beat 58-20 and they're trying to score 100 on you, and you throw an interception, it's a short touchdown, and you see a senior track them down. And then the defense has been beat up all year, come back out there and play the last 4 plays and keep them from going from 58 to 65. That's a huge deal to me. And the same thing happened today. As bad as it looked after that completion down the sidelines, somehow, man, found a way to get a stop. And, that goes a long way. That goes a long way because we were about as frustrated as you could be. It's frustrating to watch. It's hard to watch. We've all are spent. We put everything we had into it. It's just good to get that win at the end there. It really is, you know, and I'm very appreciative of these coaches. I'm very appreciative of these players, and I'm appreciative of the fans that were there at the end. You know, it was kind of fun, wasn't it? Kind of fun. How about this guy, Carlos Wiggins? Most frustrated guy all year, injured from day one. His dad's in town. Dad came by the office Friday. Returns a kickoff for a touchdown today again. Right, Los? Made it worthwhile, didn't it? All right, bud. Anything, guys?
Bob, on their last series
After we 4th and 1, we pitched it on the ground?
looked like it was just bring the house and man coverage.
You got it. You got it. I told Cuz, if we go down, man, we're going down swinging. You know, we've changed so much of what we are, again, you know, just because of some things with matchup situations and some things, you know. I mean, at the core, we are a blitz and come after them defense that we've all had success with. Hopefully next year we'll have a few more pieces where you see that. But, yeah, at the end, we were coming after them every down. Credit to, I think number 8's going to be a heck of a player. The freshman tailback is a good player. You know, they got some big, strong dudes in there, too, on the offensive line.
How does a win like this propel you now into the offseason?
You know what? It's going to propel me into tonight. You know, I'm just anxious to see my wife and enjoy it. You know, we've been doing this a long time. It's good for my wife to see this, honestly. It's good for the administration that have invested so much in this program to at least get a taste, that the investment's gone in the right place. And we can move this thing. Again, I don't want to get too. I mean, we're 4 and 9, 4 and 8, 4 and 8. But I think you can see the fight. You know, you take Colorado State game out of it, where, you know, we fumbled the 2 kickoffs right away and it got out of hand. You know, I hope people appreciate the fight of this team, and that's where the foundation's built.
What went on in that goal line stand at the end of the game? I mean, the defense was allowing a lot of yards, but it seemed like near the goal line, the defense made a lot of stops. So what happened?
Yeah, Donnie Duncan came off the field. I'll give you one story. Donnie's a guy that's, you know, left when I first got here. He goes to junior college. He blows his ACL out. I called Donnie and said, look, man, I know you're going to have no place to go. Nobody's going to recruit you. You just blew your ACL. Come back. Donnie comes back. He's going to finish up, get his degree. Came off the sidelines. He said to Coach McMillan, he said, Coach, I listened to you. I did what you told me to do for the first time at the end of that game. It's just a bunch of guys. I mean, you know, Boatwright didn't play a snap. He's sick. I.B. Brown, obviously, is out with the hamstring. I mean, it was down to whoever you could get in that game. You know, so, but Donnie Duncan, I think, is a neat story there at the end. He's out there at the end of that game. You know, a guy that left when I first got here and came back just because he had no place to go. And, you know, ends up helping us win a game there at the end.
After all those 3rd down conversions, I'm not sure they got one in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
Anything change, or was it just
Blitzed them. Blitzed them. You know, we enough, you know, enough of, you know, I think the thing we've seen, I mean, we've given up so many big plays, and we're trying to be somewhat conservative so we don't get exposed. We're better off to let it rip. We're better off to let it rip. And I think it finally came down to that of letting it go. Yeah, so we pressured them. We actually, in the 4th quarter, played pretty good defense, I think, other than the one big throw down the sidelines there against man coverage.
For those who don't know, the decals on the helmet, what were those about?
You know, we didn't want anybody to know, to be honest. You know, I think it was something that we showed our respect and we showed our sympathy for the families. Actually, there were 4 UNM students involved in a just ridiculously tragic, stupid accident Friday night when we were in Fort Collins. And I got back Monday and I read that story about the 2 that were killed. And I just wanted to do something kind of quiet, not announce it. We had all families were out last night to practice. We brought both sets of parents. The families came out, and we just did our own little deal, just to quietly show our respect and show our sympathy for the families. And what I told them I was going to do, I'm going to come in tomorrow, and I'm going to see which players played with the most heart. I'm not talking about maybe the guy that returned the kickoff or somebody that had the long pass for the touchdown, who showed the most heart. And I'm going to take one of those helmets to each family, so they can have that. And you know, that's just tragic. That's just tragic what happened. And they came out last night, and I'm glad we can win the game for them too. Okay. All right, guys.
Oh, it's very satisfying. This season been very stressful since day one. Probably the third play of the first game got hurt, and ever since then I've been having nagging injuries. As you can tell, I haven't been missed maybe 4 or 5 games this season. But to get this return was probably one of the biggest plays I made, of course, this season and in my lifetime. So it's a great feeling. I think my special teams guys who's blocking for me, if it wasn't for them, we would have made that return. So thank them, and it's the best feeling right now.
You guys just had just a big play after big play on offense, defense, special teams to stay in the game. I don't know if you were on the field, but Jarrell's run, his touchdown run, let's talk about that. Not only just him, but the blocks and blocking you guys.
Well, all year we seen that time and time when Six get the ball and get out there on the edge, he got his chance to take it to the house. And this week he displayed that with a hurt ankle. So that's said something big about Jarrell Presley. And as you saw, the senior Tyler Duncan downfield blocking, went down later, do it out to guide Jarrell in the end zone. Same as Damian Gamblin, key blocks at the end. We knew that this was our last opportunity to go out with a dub and a win, and we knew that we just had to fight hard every inch and keep going, and we did.
Do you feel like your touchdown shifted the momentum of the game late in the third quarter?
Oh, I definitely did. I feel like once I had to return defense, as you see, they didn't score right after that. They didn't score after that. Defense got the stops. Offense went down. We all had it. We up right now. We got this game. We just need to finish strong. We had all the momentum on our side. Our fans got even wild, got us the momentum behind us. So we just had the momentum, took it to the end, and came out with the win.
As much as the defense struggled at times, how great was it to see them make that stand?
It was. I was praying on the sideline with a couple teammates. We just knew our defense. We bend, but we not gonna break. The whole season, we just practiced that bend but don't break, fight hard to the end. We knew we had a couple seniors on the defense that was not gonna let us go down like that or not let us lose like that. So they fought hard, fought their butts off, and it paid off.
Anything else for Carlos? Okay.
Thank you.
I mean, all year we talk about don't flinch. Like, no matter what happens, you got 3 more plays. As long as you get them down, they don't score a touchdown. You have at least 3 more plays to go out there and stop them. That's something that we did, and it was awesome because all 3 plays they tried to go at number 21, Donnie Duncan, and he held his ground just like he did, and we came up with the W. So it's awesome.
Coach Davie was saying that you got more aggressive defensively in the fourth quarter. Really came after you. Got a sack. I understand.
Yes, sir.
How great was that feeling to just let it go like that?
Just anything I can do to just help this team win. That's all I'm here for. I just want to win. That's something I've always done my whole life. Is I just always want to win, no matter what it is. I'll do my part. So I just went out there. They called the play and they called my number. So I just went out there and made the play I was supposed to do. But it is a great feeling to help your team in a big game like this with no time left on the clock. Really, it's huge. So.
At the end of the game, Dakota comes up, gives you a hug, and it looked like you were displaying a lot of emotion. What was going through your mind at that moment?
I mean, it sucks. I'm a junior college transfer and everything. Everyone kind of knows that. So I was only here for 2 years, but the relationship that I have with these guys is like something that I'll have for the rest of my life. And it sucks that I only get to play with Dakota for 2 years. I mean, I wish I would have came in when he did or something like that. It does suck to just be a junior college transfer, be here for 2 years, and then just go about your life. So that's where my emotions are really coming from, because I love every single one of these guys.
How much difference is this game going to make in your memories of playing here?
Just to go out on a winning note. I mean, build more of a foundation for these young guys so they know what it feels like to win. So not this whole offseason, they know what they're working for. They're working for that same feeling again, not for the pit in their stomach like we had for the majority of this year. So it is huge. It's not only big for the seniors and everything, but it's real big for the young guys.
How satisfying is it just to finally win a game at home this year?
I mean, you couldn't ask for more. I mean, just going out there and winning a game, period, like I said, I just want to win. That's all I've ever done. But to win a game in front of this home crowd, I mean, there wasn't a lot of people out there, but the true loyal fans are the ones that are out there, and that's who you win this game for. I mean, it's awesome to win for the team and for us, the seniors and everything, but we win the game because those people in the stands. They make all this happen.
Right before that big
I just got to get him down. That's the only thing that goes through my mind. I got to get him down. I can't miss a tackle. So I just do my job and then get 3 to 4 more plays and ball game. So.
Anything else? Okay. Thanks, David.
Thank you, guys.
You know, as offensive line, we've been tested all year. I mean, against great teams. I mean, there's been games where we didn't play as well and probably turned it around. But I mean, it's just another one of those. You know, it just tested our character. Really, it's just we went out there and we started off not performing as well as we wanted to. We weren't sustaining drives. We only had about 15 plays or something in the first half, and it just really just shows that, you know, we have that strong character and that, you know, our guys are always going to fight no matter what the situation is. You know, no matter who the opponent or how bad we can be playing, you know, we could still turn around.
What was going through your mind, you know, watching the goal line from the sideline?
Oh, man, I was just on the sideline just freaking out. I mean, we were just doing all kinds of superstitious things with the offensive linemen. I mean, we were sitting down on 1st and 2nd, standing up on 3rd and 4th. It was just we were just doing whatever we could just to give our defense something. I mean, I think we circled up and prayed a little bit too. But I mean, when they got that 4th down stop, I just remember I just collapsed to my knees and I was laying on the ground, and I realized, like, oh dang, there's still some time left. I got to go out there and run a play. But I was just really just proud of the defense. Really, they struggled a lot in the first half, but they really stepped it up big time for us in the second half. And I can definitely say that they pretty much won that game for us. And I'm just proud of, you know, all the adversity that they had and all the bad talk people have said about them, and, you know, they really turned it around at the end of the game.
I asked David this, how much difference this game would make for him as he walks away and goes on. How about you? How much
Oh, I mean, it's just a great feeling just to, you know, leave the last time I'll ever be on this field just with a victory, and it just feels great just to know that that victory could easily just, you know, push the momentum for next season. And I can already tell by the guys' emotions, you know, they're going to be ready to work tomorrow, and that's a good feeling just because of this W. And I remember last year and the years before, we pretty much lost the last game, and you know, the next couple weeks you're sad and you're not feeling like you want to do anything. But, you know, when you get a win like this on your last game, I can definitely see how that momentum is going to carry them, and they'll just get rolling as soon as this tomorrow hits when they lift. So it'll look great for our team.
And Jarrell had a really nice run, you know, early in the game. What did you see on that play?
Oh man, on that play I just seen a bunch of guys just out there, you know, doing their job and doing it as hard as they could. And, you know, Jarrell is just the type of guy that you never know when the play's going to be over, because he's doing whatever he can to create a big run. And at the end, that big block by Tyler Duncan was just amazing. It was something I haven't seen before, and it was just a great feeling, and it was a great momentum change for our offense, and it definitely brought some juice to everybody else on the sideline.
Do you guys as offensive linemen keep track of guys like Jarrell and running backs as far as how many yards they got in the season? I mean, you got a whole bunch of guys with a bunch of yards, but for Jarrell to hit that 1,000-yard mark, I mean, does that mean something to you?
Oh yeah, definitely. You guys have to tell Jarrell that he owes us dinner. He promised that to us, and I want that dinner, so we'll have a conversation about that. But yeah, we definitely keep track of that, especially when they make promises like that. But yeah, it's just a great feeling because, you know, offensive linemen, we don't have our own little, you know, stat sheet column other than, you know, just knockdowns that we take in our own meeting room. But
Fresh legs.
oh man, I know we should have started that sooner, huh?
You know a story. I'm gonna tell you right now. He played with a toe. It was a 5-week injury. 5 weeks to get back on the field with a severe turf failure. He went out there and played every down. 5-week injury.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Coach. But yeah, so we do definitely, you know, think about, you know, the running back stats and stuff like that, because we pretty much see it as our stats, honestly. And it just makes us proud just to know that, you know, the running backs run hard for us as we block hard for them.
Anything else?
All right, thanks, guys.